Email marketing automations serve as the backbone for any solid email marketing strategy. In today's video, I'm going to show you the 5 things that businesses that are doing $1 million a month in revenue are doing with their automations. My name's Gavin. I run an email and SMS marketing agency, and I make these videos really just to help with the email and SMS marketing journey. So if you have any questions, chuck them down below the description of this video, and also check out the description of this video as well. There's a bunch of free resources. Now, one of the things I always notice with businesses that go from $100,000 a month to that $1 million a month revenue mark is a more strategic approach to their campaigns, their automations, their pop-up forms, and a whole bunch of other things. I'm going to show you 5 things when it comes to the automation side of their business that helps those businesses get past that $100,000 a month hump. So without wasting any more of your time, let's get into it. So this is a client of ours. They do about $4.6 million a month in revenue. And let me show you some of the automations that these guys use to get there. These are the core 6 that I recommend everybody have and every business have if you want to get past $1 million a month, past $100,000 a month in revenue. You need to have these automations. So I'm actually going to give you a link to this document here. The reason I have this presented in this Miro board, which you have access to, it's in the description of this video, is because it's just a hell of a lot easier to explain what flows we're looking at. So number 1, you have to have a welcome series. Now this is a complex advanced welcome series, and this series really, the first reason is to get that first purchase into somebody's hands and also to develop the connection with the founders of the brand. Notice I did not say brand, I said founders of the brand. It's really important that if you are a business doing under $50 million a month in revenue, or rather $50 million a month, or rather $50 million a year in revenue, you lean more into the human to human connection. Lean more into this is the team behind the brand. These are the owners of the brand. That is how you develop that brand loyalty. Instead of saying this is who we are, talk about this is the people behind the brand. The welcome series does that. It gives the discount code immediately, and it gives people the discount code in a way that comes from like a human to human person perspective. We're also splitting people up in these automations based off of what they've told us they're interested in the sign up form stage. So as you can see here, these are the sign up forms. We can figure out what people's interested in, what they're interested in when they sign up, and we send them down different paths based off of that interest category. So step number 1 is the welcome series. Number 2 is the abandoned cart and the abandoned checkout. These are 2 very important steps in the overall customer journey. When someone adds an item to their cart and they leave something behind, you need to be able to recapture them with the abandoned cart. Same goes for the abandoned checkout. Note, those are 2 different touch points. When someone abandons their cart, that is one touch point. When someone gets to checkout and they leave checkout, that is another touch point. They are 2 different touch points. So you want to have 2 different flows for those 2 touch points. All you're doing in these 2 flows is splitting people based off their purchase behavior. So customers go down one side of the flow. As you can see here, we have a conditional split. Customers go down the right-hand side. Non-customers go down the left-hand side. On the right-hand side for customers, you just remind them of the item they've left behind, try and create some urgency. On the left-hand side for non-customers, you reiterate the discount code that you gave them in the welcome series. So left-hand side goes to non-customers. Remind them of the item they left behind. Feel free to look at this board in a bit more depth. I give descriptions as to what should be in these flows here. But you remind them of what's been left behind with the discount code. You can even split people based off of the item they've looked at just here and send them curated emails based off of that too. Same structure for the abandoned checkout. If anything, you can actually clone this flow, just change the trigger and the dynamic product blocks you have in those emails. So, welcome series, abandoned cart, abandoned checkout, browse abandon. Super important. When someone views a product, that is one step before the add it to cart. Now what happens if they view a product and don't add to cart? You want to have a flow that tries to recover them again. Hey, you checked out this product, any questions? Note, we're doing the exact same thing here. We're creating a conditional split that sends customers down the right-hand side and non-customers down the left-hand side. The left-hand side sends people the discount code because they've never ordered before, and we know they haven't ordered before because they went down this side. and we just remind them of the item left behind with the discount code. We're trying to maximize the subscriber to customer rate. How many people we can turn from subscribers into first-time customers. Getting product into our customers' hands is what helps us then get that second, third, and fourth order. And if they have a good experience, they're more likely to come back later. Now we can help with that with the post-purchase sequence. The post-purchase thank you is triggered off of somebody placing an order, and it's really just a two-part email sequence. Email 1 comes after 20 minutes, where we just say, hey, thank you. It's the founder XYZ. We really appreciate your support. Note, we have a 20-minute delay here because we do not want this to clash with the order confirmation email that comes from Shopify if you are using Shopify, which you cannot turn off. So you want this plain text email to come 20 minutes after that. And this plain text email is just from the team, plain text meaning no creative, saying thank you so much for your first purchase. Your support means so much to us, and that helps build that brand connection. Now, that's if it's their first order. See that here? If it's not their first order, they go down to this one here, the next conditional split. If it's their second order, they get a follow-up email, or rather an email that says thank you for your support again, and we just reiterate it. Now, if they've placed an order more than twice, we kick them out of the flow, as there's no point in us consistently saying thank you, thank you, thank you every single time with the same email. So I just do it for the first 2 purchases. Now, where things get really interesting is the fulfilled order flow. The moment the order has been fulfilled, you want to send them an email that says, hey, your order has been fulfilled. Turn that off in Shopify, bring it into Klaviyo. Make sure you label that email as a transactional email to improve its deliverability. If you don't know how to do that, get on a call with me. I'll teach you how. Send them down different paths based off of the item that they purchased. So if somebody bought, for example, bed sheets, we know they're probably likely interested in other bed-related products. So we can send them down the bed sheet side of the flow, which is right here. And in these follow-up sequence emails, we can split people based off the item they purchase, educate them on the use of that product, and then cross-sell other items that we know they're gonna like based off of that purchase, right? If they bought bed sheets, we know they're probably likely to buy pillows, or mattresses, mattress protectors. That's how we create automations that treat people differently based off of what they ordered, that we can then cross-sell, upsell, downsell a bunch of other products, and that increases our repeat order rate and our retention rate. The fulfilled order flow, you can create as many splits as you want based off of what they've ordered and send them down different pathways. Super, super straightforward, but so many people miss this, and this is actually one of the more advanced things that you can do to actually increase your repeat order rate. Now, obviously, if you have a bad product, no amount of email marketing is going to affect the repeat order rate. But if your product is good, this will help supplement that and even push people a little bit further along the customer journey. That is how you do it within the fulfilled order flow. Then you have the win-back flow. Exact same approach. Split people, so obviously trigger the flow off of somebody placing an order, and then split people once again based off of what they ordered. And then start cross-selling and upselling further down the road. What this flow does is it's really like an extended fulfilled order flow. And you'll notice the time delays I have here in the fulfilled order flow prevent any overlap from the win-back. The win-back kicks in after the fulfilled order flow. And then you start cross-selling based off of what the person purchased. And then what you can do is at the very end of the flow, they still haven't ordered, and they've placed an order once, you can consider interlacing an offer. Interlace an offer in email 1B. Whoops. That gives them an incentive to place a second order. That's how you increase your repeat order rate, by cross-selling based off the item they purchased and then interlacing incentives for those who've only purchased once if you want to increase that repeat order rate and you're still profitable on that second order with that discount code. This is the type of flow architecture that brands that are doing $1 million a year or really $1 million plus a month in revenue are implementing. Flows like this automate the customer lifecycle in a way that is personalized and talks to individuals in a one-on-one basis at scale. If you have any questions about this, let me know. My meeting link is down in the description of the video, so if you want to ham with this, just go ahead and book a time to chat. Check out the description. There's a bunch of free resources in there. And comment. If you have any questions, let me know. And subscribe to the channel, please. It really helps us grow. But yeah, if you have any questions, comment down below. I answer anything and everything you guys have to ask. Thanks for watching. And I release videos like this twice a week, so subscribe to the channel.